Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're thinking about buying a home in the Spring area, whether that's here in Spring itself, the Woodlands, Klein, Tomball, or Champions, you need to watch this video. Here's the truth. If you buy in the wrong neighborhood in 2026, it could cost you far more than you think. I'm not just talking about buying a home that doesn't appreciate. I'm talking about neighborhoods that lose desirability. Neighborhoods where your quality of life takes a hit. Neighborhoods where 5 years from now, you're stuck wondering why you didn't pay attention to some key warning signs. The good news, the warning signs are visible right now if you know where to look. See, here's what most buyers miss. Certain neighborhood trends can make or break your long-term equity and your overall living experience. And 2026 is a year where these trends are moving fast. Whether it's where families are actually choosing to live, which areas are getting major infrastructure upgrades, or which neighborhoods are starting to cool off. These patterns are playing out right now, and the buyers who understand them, they're making smarter decisions. So here's what we're covering today. The biggest neighborhood trend shaping 2026, what buyers should pay attention to before choosing an area, and how to avoid landing in a place you will regret. Let's go. First up, shifts in buyer demand. Which neighborhoods are becoming more popular and why? If you've been paying attention to our market, you've noticed something interesting. The neighborhoods that were hot 5 years ago, some of them are still hot. But there's a shift in where buyers are actually writing checks. The Woodlands has always been a premium, but here's what changed. Buyers aren't just looking for nice neighborhoods anymore. They're looking for balance. They want great schools, sure, but they also want walkable areas where they don't need a car for everything. They want established communities with real community feel, not just big homes on big lots. This is huge. Remote work has completely rewritten the playbook. 5 years ago, you had to live close to your office. Now, you need to live somewhere that actually feels like home when you're there 8 hours a day working from a kitchen table. This is why we're seeing sustained demand in the Woodlands, particularly around areas like Market Street and the town center. Walkable, mixed use with actual restaurants and gathering spaces. Klein, still underrated in my opinion. Solid schools, more affordable than the Woodlands, but increasingly desirable. Tomball's newer developments, specifically around the FM 2920 corridor, where you're getting more modern master planned communities. And the Champions area, serious strength here. Family oriented, strong school district, and increasingly recognizable as a prime location. What they all have in common? Buyers are choosing livability over just prestige. A big house means nothing if you're commuting 45 minutes or living in a ghost town neighborhood. Which brings us to lifestyle-driven moves, how walkability, schools, parks, amenities, and remote work are shaping neighborhood appeal. Let me ask you something. What's your day actually going to look like in this neighborhood? Walk outside. Are there places to go? Restaurants? Parks where your kids can play and don't feel like you're in a dead zone? Can you grab a coffee without getting out your car? Can your teenager actually do something on a weekend without you driving them? This is becoming the factor buyers are asking about. And the neighborhoods that win in 2026 are the ones that have real answers. Schools. The Klein Independent School District, Spring Branch ISD, Conroe ISD, these matter. Sure, but here's the plot twist. Parents are realizing that a top-rated school district doesn't mean anything if your child has a 30-minute bus ride. Walkability to schools and proximity to good schools is becoming as important as a district rating itself. Parks and green space. I'm talking Town Lake Park, Lost Lake, Spring Creek Park System. Neighborhoods with good park access have been sustained buyer interest. Neighborhoods without, harder sell. Retail and dining. The Woodlands Market Street isn't just pretty, it's a neighborhood anchor. Some with developing areas in Tomball along FM 2920. Buyers are literally choosing neighborhoods based on whether there's a decent restaurant, coffee shop, or grocery store they can access without sitting in traffic. Remote work infrastructure. Here's something that wasn't even a conversation 3 years ago. Is there reliable high-speed internet? Are there quiet neighborhoods where you can actually focus? Are there emerging co-working spaces or coffee shops that work as office backups? The Woodlands, Champions, these areas are checking every box because they have the infrastructure and the lifestyle components. Let me pause here and recap what we've covered so far, because this is important. We're seeing a major shift in buyer priorities. It's not just about finding a nice house. It's about finding a neighborhood where your lifestyle actually works. The neighborhoods that are working in 2026, they have walkability, They have good schools with accessible locations. They have parks and green space. They have places to eat, shop, and gather. And they support remote work living. Whether that's the Woodlands, Champions, Klein, or the newer Tomball development, the common thread is that buyers are choosing livability. Okay, let's keep going. Now, if you're already thinking about which neighborhoods check all these boxes, here's something that might help. We put together curated lists of preferred homes in the North Houston area, broken down by neighborhood, highlighting which ones have a strong walkability, school proximity, park access, and that livability established community feel. It's on our website, totally free. I'll link it in the description. No pressure, but a lot of buyers find it useful for figuring out where to even start looking. Okay, back to the trends. Now here's something that separates smart buyers from everyone else. Emerging upgrades and developments, new commercial projects, transportation improvements, and city investments that create strong growth potential. Money talks. Where's the city actually investing? Look at what's happening around I-45 North. This corridor is getting real attention. Springs Growth Corridor project, improved infrastructure, better traffic flow, mixed development. This is reshaping how the area feels and functions. In the Woodlands, we're seeing continued investment in town center upgrades and pedestrian-friendly improvements. That's a neighborhood that's being actively maintained and improved. Tomball's FM 2920 corridor, this is where something really interesting is happening. New retail, better street infrastructure, and master plan communities that are strategically positioned. This isn't accidental growth. This is a planned investment. Klein ISD expansion areas. As the district grows northward, property values and neighborhood developments are flowing. You're seeing newer homes, updated commercial areas, and improving infrastructure in Klein's expansion zones. Here's why this matters. Neighborhoods with active city investment tend to appreciate. Neighborhoods that are ignored by city planners, they stagnate. Look at it differently. 5 years from now, which neighborhoods will have gotten attention, money, and improvement? Those are the ones where you'll see appreciation and better quality of life. This next part is crucial, so really listen. Areas showing early decline. Signs buyers should watch out for when a neighborhood is losing desirability. I don't say this to scare you. I say it so you can avoid a costly mistake. There are neighborhoods, some in our broader market, some in the Spring area, where you're going to see warning signs. Number 1, decline in school enrollment or performance drops. If test scores are sliding or enrollment is dropping, that's usually the first sign that families are choosing to move elsewhere. Number 2, aging infrastructure without investment. Are streets getting worse? Are parks looking run down? Or are commercial areas getting more vacant storefronts? Neighborhoods that aren't maintained start losing desirability fast. Number 3, rising crime or safety concerns. Sometimes this is real, sometimes it's perception. Either way, if a neighborhood's reputation for safety is slipping, you're going to have trouble selling down the road. Number 4, older master plan communities without amenity upgrades. Some of our older planned communities built their amenity package 15 to 20 years ago and haven't upgraded them. Meanwhile, newer communities are building splash pads, resort-style pools, and modern gathering places. Older neighborhoods that don't adapt, they're starting to feel dated. Number 5, poor traffic flow or infrastructure bottlenecks. This is specific to our area. If you're buying in a neighborhood and your daily commute has a major bottleneck that isn't being addressed, that's a red flag. It affects your quality of life and resale value. So what do? You look for these signs before you buy, not after. Next trend, price and inventory pattern changes. Neighborhoods where prices are accelerating, stabilizing, or cooling. Here's what the data is telling us. Neighborhoods with strong fundamentals, good schools, investment, walkability, are seeing accelerated prices. We're talking 3 to 5% annual appreciation, which is solid and sustainable. Established neighborhoods, the Woodlands, Champions, are seeing stable prices, not big appreciation, but holding value. This is actually good news for long-term buyers. You're not worried about a crash because the fundamentals are strong. Cooler neighborhoods, and this is where you need to be careful. Are neighborhoods losing those fundamentals we talked about? Fewer buyers competing means slower appreciation or flat prices. This is where you see deals, sure, but you also risk being stuck. Inventory matters too. In hot neighborhoods, inventory is tight. Prices stay high because demand exceeds supply. In cooler neighborhoods, inventory builds up. You see more homes sitting longer. This is a red flag that demand is softening. For our spring market specifically, The Woodlands inventory is tight. Champions is moving steadily. Klein's inventory is healthier, but demand is strong. Tomball's newer developments are hot. Limited inventory, good appreciation. The older part of Tomball, more inventory, slower movement. This tells you something. Newer or more actively developed areas are outpacing older established areas. This gap is widening. Let's recap where we are now. We've covered 6 critical trends. First, buyer demand is shifting towards livable, walkable neighborhoods with real amenities. Second, lifestyle factors, schools, parks, remote work, dining are the actual decision drivers. Third, cities that invest in infrastructure see appreciation and sustained desirability. But here's the flip side. Neighborhoods that show decline in schools, aging infrastructure, safety concerns, outdated amenities, or traffic problems, those are the ones to avoid. The price data confirms it. Newer or actively developed areas are outpacing older ones. The buyers who win in 2026, they understand these patterns. They're not just buying a house, they're buying into a neighborhood trajectory. Final section, how to avoid choosing the wrong neighborhood. Practical steps buyers can use to evaluate long-term value and fit. If you're about to make one of the biggest financial decisions of your life, here's your checklist. Number 1, walk the neighborhood 3 times, morning, afternoon, and evening. Not just the house, walk the streets. Are there people out? Does it feel alive or empty? Do you see families playing in parks? Does the area feel maintained or neglected? Number 2, check the school data, not just the rating. Talk to current families. Look at test scores over time. Check enrollment trends. Is the school improving or slipping? Number 3, research city investment plans. Call your city planning office. Ask, what's planned for this area in the next 5 to 10 years? Is there infrastructure investment? Is this neighborhood not on the city's priority list? Number 4, analyze comparable price trends over 3 to 5 years. Not 1 year, 3 to 5 years. Are homes appreciating steadily? Are prices flat? Going down? This tells you the real, true story. Number 5, talk to real estate professionals who know the area. I don't just mean your agent. Talk to multiple people. What are they seeing? Which neighborhoods are gaining traction? Which are cooling? Number 6, imagine yourself living here in 5 years. Forget the house for a second. Is this the neighborhood where you want to be 5 years from now? Does it have the lifestyle you're building? If the answer is, well, it's nice for now, that's your gut telling you something. The neighborhoods that win in 2026 aren't winning by accident. They've got fundamentals. They've got investment. They've got lifestyle. And they've got momentum. All right, if you found this breakdown useful, if these trends are making you think differently about where you want to buy, please hit that subscribe button. We drop videos like this every month, breaking down what's actually happening in the Spring, Woodlands, Klein, and Tomball markets. Conroe as well. And here's what I want from you. In the comments below, tell me what neighborhood trends you're seeing. Are you watching certain areas appreciate? Seeing neighborhoods shift in real time? Have you noticed lifestyle factors becoming more important in your own decision making? Drop those thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. I want to know what's on your mind. Thanks for watching. Let's help each other make smarter neighborhood decisions.